This is In Focus, a media arts and leadership program for youth. Today, you will hear part 2 of a two-part series podcast about the potential North Minneapolis Greenway. This podcast was created by youth for other youth and the broader community. Enjoy.
Welcome to this talk show where we're going to have, I will be your host. My name is Bonzi. We're going to be talking about this Greenway project for North Minneapolis. And in a bit, I will tell you guys more about what this Greenway project is and who is it going to affect, and basically more information. I want the listeners to know who our guests are. So if you guys can introduce your name and mention like a place where you live or like a landmark that you live by.
All right. Well, I'm Tang, and I'm a resident of North Minneapolis, and I live right around North Commons Park.
Okay.
My name is Fong. I'm resident in North Minneapolis, around North Common also.
And my name is Za. I am a rising senior in North. I live in North Minneapolis too.
Well, the City of Minneapolis, they are thinking about converting like low traffic streets to make it into a greenway in North Minneapolis. Do you guys know what a greenway is?
Yeah, somewhat.
Somewhat? Okay.
I've been on one before, so.
You've been on one? All right, Paul.
Heard of it?
Just to define greenway so that we all can be on the same page. A greenway is a park-like trail that people can use for biking and walking or for transportation and recreation. So express our community out more by having art designs out there, having new recreations, not just for individuals but for families as well, and just to make the north side of Minneapolis to be safe. So the City of Minneapolis, they're thinking about creating a greenway trail that starts from 44th Avenue North, and it should follow through the street of Humboldt, and it would stretch all the way down to the south side of Plymouth Avenue North, or maybe even farther. Let me ask you guys this: like, we had like a greenway right in front of your house. I mean, it would be your street. Let's say that the greenway was the greenway that you guys chose for yourself. There's the full one, and there's the half-half one way, and then the half-half two way. I mean, what would you use that greenway for then?
Personally, it depends on that block and the community I have. If it's down my block, it'll be useful because it will give me more advantage to actually go out bike more. But if the community can't even take care of it at first thought about it, and then you walked out, there's a bike lane, but it's all trashy, and the grass is all moldy, and then it's all looking swampy, and then I'll personally feel like I don't want to step on it. It's if I take care of my part over here trying to help the community, but the community doesn't want to help, then it's there for others, but it's right in front of my house. You see it every day, so it'll benefit me in a way. But if you look at it in general, is that if it's not taken care of within the couple years or couple months, then you start losing that side of it, that side of not losing it. Other than that, I mean, I guess that's the value of it. If it's there, then bicycle is the most chance that you can see it riding down the block more.
Okay. So just to reiterate the question to you guys, imagine you guys had a greenway right in front of your block, right? That stretches basically from 44th Avenue North and goes all the way down past like Plymouth Avenue North. I mean.
Yeah, I think, growing up in an urban area like I did and the community I did, having a greenway in front of my house would definitely be a different type of look that, it's kind of hard for me to imagine myself just in my head.
Yeah.
But, the way I'm picturing it, I think I would love to have a greenway in front of my house just because it makes the neighborhood and, the whole community just that much more accessible. And like, it would just motivate me and probably other people more just to go out there to maybe the parks and what the community has to offer.
So let's hear about you then.
For me, I think it would be cool and awkward. Like, imagine standing in your front yard and then you're looking at the greenway and then there are just bikers going past. I think that would be awkward. If it was in front of my house, I would still want the full linear greenway because one, most of the streets is out there for me to use, and two, there's no cars coming, so I would like that a lot. And the other thing is, with a full linear, you can do a lot more with it. So, like example, plant more trees or have more sculptures around the Greenway. And I think that would be a really pretty street. And so I personally won't mind it at all, but then I can see some problems with that. Like, yeah, I might not be able to, once I start driving, I might not be able to park my car in front of my house, and then I might have to take longer trips. But I think I can handle that if the Greenway was in front of my house. Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious about this question to you guys. Do you think that having a greenway will bring in the community more? Have people want to talk to each other more?
I think with this greenway, I think it would create opportunity for the community to interact more, just because you're creating something where pedestrians are gonna be on, and there's gonna be more people, which means there's gonna be probably interaction with other people.
Yep.
So I think that does create opportunity for the community to become a little closer. Personally, for me though, I'm thinking probably not for me, because usually if I go on a biking trail or something like that, I feel like it's kind of like a highway. Like, I'm just minding my own business going along the trail, and I feel like, I'm on a highway just going, and I'm not really interacting with other people too much, unless I'm walking or something. But if I'm like bicycling, then I feel like I probably won't be interacting with others too much.
Okay. So what about you guys? Do you think that having a greenway in North Minneapolis, would it benefit to make the community come together more closer and connect closer with each other more?
Yes and no to both. Feel like it will bring that community, that block together more. There'll be more of the kids out having fun, or to the bike lanes, or...
I say depend. I say depend because think about it this way. So you had 4 different options. The other 3 options involve cars. So, and with that one, you would not have the options to meet new people, because first of all, there's cars coming and going, so you had to focus on the cars too. And the street is narrower, so you had to really keep going, or else it will cause traffic. And so you would not be able to interact with other people. But then with the full linear one, you can, because it's just for bikings and for walking. So with that one, you can meet other people from the community who have the same interests as you, as like bikings or enjoying the views, or just walking and seeing the cities. And so I think that with a full linear one, it can potentially bring the community together and allow people to meet meet new people in the community too.
Well, I'm going to shift gears a bit. I'll ask a different question about the greenway. So far we've been talking about how the different types of greenways and just like bikers and pedestrians, and we haven't really talked about what the greenway would have. I mean, what do you guys want the greenway to have so that you can bring in the community more closer, or can make it more safe? What do you want in the greenway? What do you want to put in that area to maybe attract people to come outside more, or to play around more? What can you guys imagine this greenway to be or to have?
I'm thinking more minimalistic.
Okay.
So like I'm thinking just a large plot of green grass,
Or
maybe not even so a garden, just
Okay.
green grass where somebody can maybe lay down, put a blanket, and just relax in the grass and enjoy the sun. I mean, I can see like maybe some parts where maybe it might be a little wider, where you can add more things like a park, or more scenery like a garden and things too. I mean, I'm definitely for that as well. But probably like around the houses where the greenway passes, I'm thinking probably not too much besides just plot of green grass.
what about you two? What do you guys want this greenway to have?
Let's say you want to see green field, yard, trees, during the sun. I mean, during snow time, everything's covered. But basically, just green around. The flowers can be there too if they wanted to, a little on the side. I guess that's pretty much it.
Okay.
For me, I agree. it's a greenway, so it's kind of obvious that it should have green grass and trees. But beside that, I think a water fountains or something like that would be really nice, because when you're biking or walking or running or doing other stuff, you will want to have water there too. So I think water fountains or something similar to that sort would be really nice. And I would also like to see a lot more sculptures or art pieces from the local artists and put on the greenway so that you can see them as you bike past or walk past. And with those, you can change them according to the season, or you can change them according when you have new ones. So it will always be like an interesting greenway that you could that would change every once in a while. So I think that would be really cool. And a garden along this the greenway would be really nice too. So I mean, it would just give that really good feelings when you see flowers and you see it's a beautiful place and stuff. And it would also encourage people to take good care of it too, because it's a beautiful place. You don't want to ruin it. Those are some of the things that I would like to see.
Okay. My question to you guys is, what would you guys recommend to make the Greenway a safe place?
That's a hard question. There's things you can do to preserve and to make sure it's a safe place for the community and everything, but every single day something can occur, something can happen. Somebody can just fell off their bike and had a concussion for life. My suggestion that I thought really will work is based on the community. It's based on how everybody, your neighbor, works together. If I work with my right, my left, and they communicate, we work together, and they work with their right and left, and they communicate, we all understand, we keep on working together. And of course, there's a progress, it would be step by step, but if my neighbors or across the neighbors, we can't even do nothing about it, and we are just arguing about it, and then they want their way, we want their way, when we try to resolve together, then I can't really say what we can do to make a better safety for that greenway of that community. When there's so much possibility that can happen, there's so much possibility that we can do to change it. But making a change is never bad, it's always a good thing. Figuring out something, giving it a try, it's always good. But to my answer, it's like I really don't have something strictly or something big to say that this is the best way to make it a safe place.
Okay. What about you guys? What would you recommend to make the Greenway a safer place?
I think that you can't make place always safe. Yes, it's true that you can make it safe most of the time, but there will always be like some cases or some accidents and some problems with it. But I think some ways that the Greenway could be a safer place is have police patrols. So the police will actually, instead of on a car, they will be on bikes, and they would just bike around the Greenway and then back and forth or something like that. Or like how you have college campus and they have those
emergency telephones.
Yeah. So you just press the buttons and then you can get a police on the other side. But then that idea is not so good in the sense that somebody might be playing with it, and there's little kids and they might be pushing it all the times, and that might not be good. But then that could be a suggestion too. But I think the most important thing is to make safety something that everybody shares, or that everybody's responsible for safety. So for the safety of others. So if I care about your safety and you care about my safety, then it would just be a safer place. And I think that that's probably the best way, if everybody care about everybody's safety and we just work together on that one. That's probably would be the best way, in my opinion.
Okay.
I feel like in terms of safety, I mean, environment will always kind of remain as safe as it usually is, and in any safe place, something can always happen to jeopardize that safety. So I'm not sure if there is much we can do or engineer to increase safety with the Greenway. I mean, I don't know. I'm not really sure. Good lighting and like Za said, those emergency poles and just police patrol. But I mean, in terms of just overall safety, I don't think there's anything we can do to really change that. An environment will be as safe as it usually is.
All right. Well, thanks you guys for being here today. Thank you, listeners, for listening to our conversation. If you guys have any more questions, call this number, 612-763-3987. The person you're trying to contact to is Sarah Stewart. Thank you for your time and your conversation. You guys were really great. Thank you for listening to our focus group discussion. This program has been brought to you by the City of Minneapolis, Hmong American Partnership, Hana, Media and Development, the Dyer Group, Metropolitan Regional Arts Council, and the Minnesota Legacy Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund.